Hi everyone, this is Josie with First the Coffee Crochet. Welcome back to my channel. In this crochet tutorial, we're going to go over how to make the Remy Ripple Lapghan. This is an easy to make pattern. It only uses the double crochet stitch and the double crochet 2 together, which we will go over how to do that in this tutorial if you're not sure how to do those. So as the pattern's written, the Lapghan is 49 inches tall by 34 wide. And it uses 2 colors in the pattern, alternating every 6 rows. The ripple stitch itself is a 16 stitch repeat that goes from this line here to this line. If you want to change the width of the Lapghan, you would just add on 16 stitches at a time. The multiple is 16 plus 15 plus 3. So you have the initial 16, and that's what you would add on as you add on extra to your pattern. Then the 15 in that formula is these 2 ends right here. And the 3 is the 3 chains at the end of the initial chain that will count as an initial double crochet stitch. If you want to increase the length of the blanket, you can add on extra sections of color blocks. Each color block is 6 rows and will give you about 7 inches in extra height. The yarn I used for this was Bernat Blanket yarn, and I used the colors Vintage White and Smokey Green, and it was 2 skeins of each. It was a total of 623 yards of yarn altogether. For color A, it was 356 yards, and for color B, 267 yards. You'll also need a 9mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and a yarn needle to weave in your ends. Now, all of this info along with the graphics is available on my website, along with the written pattern, and I'll leave a link for that down in the description below. So what we're going to do with this tutorial is I'm going to show you how many to chain. We're going to work through all of row 1 and all of row 2 just to show you how it works. The entire pattern is just a repeat of row 2, and then I'll show you how to change the color at the end of the rows. And then at the end of this, I'll go over some common issues that might pop up as you're working through this pattern. So to start out, you're going to want to chain 66. For row 1, we're going to be starting in the 4th chain from the hook. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4 is right here. So we'll be doing a double crochet here. Let's just yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. So this will count as 1 double crochet and this counts as another. Now over the next 4 chains, we'll be doing a double crochet in each chain. And I'll be sure to put chapters in this so that way you can skip ahead as needed if you don't want to sit through and watch me do both of these rows all the way through. Okay, so after you do the 4 double crochets, then we're going to do a double crochet 2 together over the next 2 chains. So to do that, you'll yarn over your hook, insert your hook into that next chain space, yarn over and pull up a loop. You'll have 3 loops on your hook. You yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and that'll leave you with 2. Don't complete this double crochet yet. You'll yarn over again, go into the next chain, yarn over and pull up a loop, and that'll have 4 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through 2, that'll give you 3, and then you yarn over and pull through all 3 of those. And that'll just take 2 stitches and make them into 1 stitch up here. So then in the next chain, we're going to do 1 double crochet. And now again, we're going to do a double crochet 2 together over these next 2 chains. So again, that's yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over again, go into the next chain, pull up another loop, yarn over and pull through 2, and then yarn over and pull through 3. All right, so for the next 4 chains after this, we'll be doing a double crochet in each of those. And then in the next chain, we're going to do 2 double crochet stitches. So that's 1, and then you do another double crochet in that same stitch. Then in the following chain, do 1 double crochet. And then in the next chain, do 2 double crochets. So at this point in time, after you've done those 2 double crochets in that stitch, you'll have 1 bottom wave here. So after this, we're going to be doing a repeat from the 4 double crochets here and all the way back up to here. We're going to be doing that 2 more times. So over these next 4 chains, we'll be doing a double crochet in each of those. And now we'll do a double crochet 2 together over the next 2 chains here. Then 1 double crochet, and then another double crochet 2 together over these 2 chains. Then we'll do 4 double crochets over the next 4 chains, 1 in each chain. And then we'll do 2 double crochets in the next chain. We'll do 1 double crochet in the next. And then 2 double crochets in the next. Right, and then we're starting our repeat over again for the second time. So we'll do double crochet in each of the next 4 chains. And then a double crochet 2 together. Then 1 double crochet. Then another double crochet 2 together. Okay, so now over the next 4 chains, do a double crochet in each chain. And then we'll do 2 double crochets in the next. One double crochet next. And then 2 double crochets next. Right, now we'll just be finishing up the side here. So it's 4 double crochets over the next 4 chains, 1 in each chain. And now we'll do double crochet 2 together. And then do 1 double crochet. And a double crochet 2 together again. Right, and then we'll do a double crochet in each of the next 4 chains. Right, and then in the last chain, you're going to do 2 double crochets. So this will give you one long wavy row of double crochets. So to start off for row 2, you'll chain 3 and turn your work. Now this does count as a double crochet stitch. And you want to do a double crochet starting in this first stitch here. So that'll essentially be like having 2 double crochets in 1 stitch. And make sure to take note of your turn and chain here, because you will have to use that when you're going back and ending your next row. So for the next 4 stitches, we're going to do a double crochet in each stitch. And this is just like the previous rows, except we'll be doing it in stitches instead of chains. But we'll go over it one more time all the way through, just so you have that as a reference. Okay, so after you have your initial chain and the double crochet in the first stitch and the 4 other double crochets, so that's a total of 6 stitches at the start of the row, you'll do a double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. Then a double crochet in the next stitch, and then a double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. Okay, so now we'll do a double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. And then in the next stitch, we'll be doing 2 double crochets in that 1 stitch. and then a double crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 double crochets in the next. One double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. Okay, and then we'll do a double crochet 2 together over the next 2. Then 1 double crochet in the next, and then a double crochet 2 together over the next 2. Then we're back to doing double crochet in each of the next 4. And then we'll be doing 2 double crochets in the next stitch. Then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, and 2 double crochets again in the next. Right, and then we'll do 1 double crochet in each of the next 4. Right, now we'll be doing a double crochet 2 together over the next 2 stitches. And then a double crochet in the following stitch, and then a double crochet 2 together over the next 2. And then 4 more stitches of double crochet in each stitch. And then 2 double crochets in the next. And then 1 double crochet in the next, and 2 double crochets in the following stitch. And again, double crochet in each of the next 4 stitches. And then we'll be doing a double crochet 2 together, followed by 1 double crochet, and then a double crochet 2 together, Right, and then for the next 4 stitches, doing a double crochet in each of those. Now remember how I said at the beginning of this row, make sure to take note of your turning chain. You'll want to be putting 2 double crochets into your turning chain. That can be a little tricky sometimes if you haven't marked them. There's 1 and 2. So then to continue on up through row 6, you'll just do the same thing, just repeat this row 2. At the end of row 6, don't finish off your last double crochet because that's where you're going to change your color. And I know I've only done 2 rows here, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to swap out the color. So you'll grab your second color, and this would be at the end of row 6, you're getting ready to go into row 7. You'll have 2 remaining loops that you're supposed to pull through for the last double crochet. Go ahead and put the new color on your hook and pull that through. Then you can just chain 3 and then just repeat that same row that we've been doing. You'll do that for 6 more rows. So for rows 7 through 12, you'll be on your second color. Rows 13 through 18 on your first color. Rows 19 through 24, back to the second color. Rows 25 through 30. Rows 25 through 30 is the first color again. Then rows 31 through 36 is the second color. And rows 37 through 42 are the first color again. So the first block of color and the second block of color are your color A. So if you're doing it just as written, you'll have 4 blocks of color A and 3 blocks of color B. After you're done with row 42, you can go ahead and fasten off and weave in your ends. Now to show you some of the most common mistakes that get made with this, if you find your stitch count is off and it's not lining up correct, usually the first thing to look for is to make sure you have your turning chain and the first double crochet that you did in this first stitch. If you miss that first stitch, you're going to be off by a count. So just make sure you have this turning chain and the first double crochet. Second most common thing is that you did 3 or 5 double crochets instead of just 4 when you're going down the straight part. When you're going into your dip here and you're starting to do your first double crochet 2 together, and it would be over these 2 stitches, the first part of the double crochet 2 together would be going into the regular double crochet. If you see that here in this first stitch. The second part of it would be the previous row's double crochet 2 together, as you can see right here. If you're one off from that and not going into that order, check to make sure you have the 4 here and that you have the turning chain and the double crochet. The other thing that might be off is you didn't put 2 double crochets in that last turning chain. And the double crochet between your double crochet 2 togethers will just be going into the previous row's double crochet that's between the 2 of the previous row. And just like this first double crochet 2 together, the second one will begin in the previous row's double crochet 2 together, and the last part of it will be in the previous row's regular double crochet. Right. When you're looking at this, the 4 double crochets that you just did going up, the last one should end in the first of the 2 double crochet stitches that are in one stitch here. So as you can see, this last one is going in to this V here on that first stitch. So when you're doing 2 double crochets into one stitch, it should be on the last part of the previous row's 2 double crochets in one stitch. And knowing to look for this also makes it easier, perhaps if you're looking at TV or something. That way you can just look down and make sure you're in the right place. The 1 double crochet goes again in the previous row's 1 double crochet at the top of the ridge. And just as before, the 2 double crochet stitches will go into the first part of the previous row's 2 double crochet. Okay, I hope you enjoy this Lapghan pattern, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And if you like these tutorials and want more, please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified as more come out.